Laser FM Worldwide, bringing you the best in old school, jungle, hardcore, drum and bass, and electronic. www.laserfmworldwide.com.
Just close your eyes. Forget your name. Forget the world. Forget the people. Just close your eyes. Forget your name. Forget the world. Forget the people. Just close your eyes. Forget your name. Forget the world. Forget the people. Just close your eyes. Forget your name. Forget the world. Forget the people.
You asking me if I'm good today, Stu? I am good today. Thank you very much. Thanks, Gail. Top tunes. Yeah. It's getting a bit tedious, this isolation lockdown business now. Roll on Sunday. Let the restrictions be lifted. A little bit. Just a tiny bit. This tune right here is from Spartak and it's called Saturn Ring. It's a good one. I came across it this morning. It's been said that Saturn Ring, this tune, provides an intense dance floor workout, compromising of a dark and manipulated loop-up vocal sample, warped melodic elements, and powerful bass frequencies. Oh yeah, I'm feeling that. You're listening to L쏘ᴢᴇ FM Worldwide. I'm Jaded and this is Below Ground. I'm with you until 8 o'clock this evening. Again, playing the quarantunes. Hello to Sly Rose that's just appeared in the room. Alright. It's nearly time for my Artist of the Week. And this week it is the one and only Dasha Rush. I'll be bringing you half an hour of her productions in the next couple of minutes. I will be beginning Worldwide, bringing you the best in old school, jungle, hardcore, drum and bass, and electronic. www.lszfmworldwide.com. Oh yes. It is time for my Artist of the Week, Dasha Rush. Nice Russian lady. Russian born. She does spend her time trotting around the globe whilst constructing a rather wide assortment of electronic music and art projects. Among releases on labels like Sonic Groove, which is Adam X's label, and also Rasta Noten, in collaborations with a few others. Still, the majority of her work is released on her own imprint, Full Panda Records, and more experimental sub-label, Hunger to Create. This track is called Sonic Static. Hello to Tribal Nick, welcome to the room. You've been working hard, I hear. Good on ya. Laser FM is live in Aldi. Yes, blast it out, in the words of Matt Karuba. Get it out there. Everyone needs to be listening to this on a Friday night in Aldi. I certainly would appreciate it whilst shopping for a loaf of bread and tinned sardines. Listening to the sounds of Dasha Rush on Laser FM Worldwide. She's a cool girl, lady, Russian, born. The beginnings of her musical activity at a very young age had taken place in her motherland, Russia. It progresses organically while her move to France, developing as an electronic music composer, producer and DJ. She steps into experimentations with the diverse forms of arts. But she collaborates with dancers and painters. And in terms of techno, she sees the genre as a starting place, not a destination, and brings up a mixture of rather rare electronic experimentations, more akin to the brief movement of underground music. The roots of such partially go back to the early 20th century and rise to significant art movements to this day. Hello to Amy Johnson, who's joined us. Hello, Amy. You've had quite some work to do. DIY in the sun. Shippo and Kendis, who have joined us in the chat room. How you doing, guys? Amy's putting it out there. Do you think it would catch on a YouTube channel of her doing DIY in her underwear? Probably. People like those sorts of things. You're listening to the sounds of Dasha Rush. She is a Russian supreme. She likes to push and expand the boundaries of the contemporary music to the limit. Still encourages experimentation with various musical and non-musical forms and assembling to a thoughtful composition onto multidisciplinary projects. Wow, long words. To sum up, Dasha Rush, she is a live performer, electronic music composer, sound artist and DJ, but her work is equally focused away from the dance floor and sometimes away from the music itself. In her strange and twisted world, the machines are the protagonists of neo-romanticism, weaved with human dreams. That's her words, not mine. What a legend. Realised I haven't track ID'd for a while. So that last track from Dasha Rush was called Sweet Monster, and this one is called Ocean Sharp. It's all very twangly and deep and twangly. Love that word. So with Dasha Rush, since 2005, she's experimented with techno and ambient on her labels Full Panda and Hunger to Create, releasing 2 full-length and a handful of EPs. Her works also appeared on Sonic Groove, which is the imprint run by her friend Adam X. It's impossible to pigeonhole her. You can't place this girl at all. She brings a unique sensibility to the darker strains of techno and industrial, and also excels when DJing experimental and ambient records. Her project Larder with her partner Lars Hammerling is another attempt to find what she calls the missing element in electronic dance music today. Hers is a strong, independent voice that electronic music often lacks, but she's not going to try too hard to make people listen, because as she says, all you need is ears. You are listening to the sounds of Dasha Rush, my artist of the week, on Below Ground on Laser FM Worldwide. This track is called Acid Curve, and it is a nice bit of acid. So what else can we say about Dasha Rush? She has said that people tell her to pay money for the promo of Full Panda, but she's definitely never paying any money for promo of her label, apparently. And why? If people want to buy a record, they will buy a record. It's the sentiment that has made the Russian-born producer familiar to only a small fraternity of artists and audiences. And if you haven't heard of her, it's probably for that very reason. She has been at the forefront of techno for over a decade, but there is and always has been much more to her work than people hear on the dance floor. In recent years, the Russian artist has been busy with interdisciplinary projects that present a much grander vision that can be contained on a single release, even while finding time to produce and perform in club contexts too. So, although she's still putting the 12 inches of vortex-like techno and maintaining a demanding schedule of live shows and DJ sets, there's a whole other part of her artistic identity being expressed with digital art, sound design, image mapping, choreography, poetry, and more. This track is called Less6 from Dasha Rush, my artist of the week this week. twangly, twangly, twangly. This is the last track I have from my Artist of the Week, Dᴊᴜ. Coming up next, I have exclusive interview and a guest mix from Simon Rose, which will be coming your way in about 3 minutes' time. But yeah, I liked this artist this week. Dᴊᴜ, she is not well known. She's quite resistant to playing the publicity game in the way many in the scene do. That's meant she's remained off the radar for some techno fans, but it's also given her the freedom to explore projects and sounds as she pleases. Turn the volume down on the speakers, Jaded. So, Tribal Nick has got this blasting out in Aldi. Loving it. Bleep, bleep. Okay, so we're pretty much coming up to the end of my Artist of the Week feature, and we will now, in a moment, be listening to the interview I did with Simon Rose, followed by his exclusive guest mix.
L쏘ᴢᴇ FM Worldwide, bringing you the best in old school, jungle, hardcore, drum and bass, and electronic. www.l쏘ᴢfmworldwide.com. Thank you for chatting to me, Simon. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. From sunny Morecambe today. It's absolutely beautiful over the bay. Not many people about due to lockdown, but a few people cycling, walking. So we've been out this afternoon, yeah, it's been good. Fresh air, get the old synapses going again. Strange, very strange times.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and how it's all started with DJing for you.
I was school in 1987. A lot of my mates were into like early breakdancing, so I used to get like the early electro tapes from them and just fell in love with electronic music. I can honestly say like things like Kraftwerk when I was a kid always got me attention on things like Top of the Pops, you know. And my dad had like a couple of cafes and he used to have a jukebox and he used to bring all the 7-inch vinyls home with him when a new stock had arrived, and I'd sit in my mum and dad's like living room with headphones on with a big massive gramophone record player. And I've always had an affinity with music and records, and when I heard the early electro stuff I thought, oh no, that's right up my street, I right like that. And then of course the house scene just started exploding, like everywhere from like Blackburn parties, warehouse parties. I used to go to the Revenge parties, which was down more Warrington way, around that way. And DJing was almost straight off the bat at 17 really. I got myself 2 little belt turntables, which weren't easy at all to mix with and next to impossible. And then when I hit 18, I got some Technics and went from there really. Played like Blackpool, Hackett's, downstairs, in the downstairs part. Played upstairs once or twice. Malloy's in Preston, a few of unscrupulous venues that weren't exactly legal up in Coniston, like Raven a Cave. Played there a couple of times, that was awesome. But I've always had that affinity with music and records and just the tactile feeling of them and vinyl and stuff. And you can have so much fun and you know, to be part of a scene that which was the biggest uprising of youth in this country for decades. It's incredibly humbling and it's still going strong, and that's what's beautiful about it. You know, it's like a Peter Pan syndrome, I think.
Are there any DJs or producers that you find particularly inspiring and have a lot of respect for?
Yeah, where do you start? Back in the 90s, I spent quite a bit of time going to Manchester, home and Hacienda. And in 94, I got to see Frankie Knuckles play. I'm very honoured to see him play because the way he mixes his music, I mean, any style of mixing that I do for any genre of music, there's certain qualities that I take from people that I really admire. So like Paul Daly and Neil Barnes from Leftfield, like the stuff they do is just amazing. You know, I've seen DJ sets, I've seen them live numerous times, and just the way they take you from a journey. You know, they invite you in and off you go, and it's nice, it's interesting. I like music that is able to take you to a place. Then when you're there, it's just awesome. And to be able to do that with people on the dance floor is something else. So like Paul Barnes, Derek Carr, awesome DJ and producer. Jam and Spoon for back in the day, they did some amazing stuff, like just beautiful music. Danny Tenaglia is another one. Carl Cox, of course, you can't ever not say Carl Cox because he's just something else. I really like the really early stuff like 808 State. I saw them twice in Manchester and they were just awesome. Each genre of like the house music have all got their own traits and how it's mixed and stuff, and it's, yeah, I just try to emulate them type of people that if I can do something and still keep some original for myself. Nowadays, with the technology that we have, you're edging more along at times producing than you are actually DJing at times. It's quite interesting.
How has the progression in technology impacted you as a DJ over the years since you've started mixing?
Ooh, from 2 belt turntables to direct drives, which was just the best leap ever. I mean, thank God for technology there. And then with CDJs and other things and mixers and the samplers that you can get now and drum machines, it's just awesome. You can actually live remix on the fly now without it being any real big deal, which is, to me, is just amazing. And you get vinyl purists who say, oh no, I prefer vinyl, you know. I'm thinking, yeah, well, that's great. There's only so much you can do with vinyl. There's only so much you're able to create with vinyl when you're mixing, you know. But with CDJs and mixers nowadays, you can do anything. Anything's possible. You can stretch it, you can loop it, you know, bring bass lines in and start actually, like I say, producing a tune on the fly while you're mixing other stuff going around you. I find technology so, at times, terrifying in certain areas, but in where music production and music playing is concerned, I find it amazing what you can do. And it's getting easier and easier, which is fantastic. As it gets easier, we're going to have far more producers putting stuff out there, so it's gaining momentum. It's opening new avenues for people who would not necessarily thought about it, you know, which is amazing.
Is there a single event that's been particularly memorable for you as a DJ or an attendee?
I would definitely say Frankie Knuckles in 94 at the Hacienda. Each gig has its own merits, doesn't it? You know, and each time you go somewhere, you find something that you fall in love with it all over again for, or you find something fresh. So it's difficult. I mean, each gig that I've played, I've taken away great happening, like absolutely buzzing from playing, just been amazing, great crowd. And other times I've actually felt like I've cheated them. I felt like, you know, I walk away thing and people come and say, oh, that was great, it's fantastic, yeah, spot on. But you're like, right, well, that's okay then. But I suppose you're your biggest critic though, you know, is yourself.
Is there one track that never gets old for you, no matter how many times you hear it?
Yeah. All But Will Chime. It just shivers every single time. Takes me straight back to being like 18, just young lad, just no idea what's going on, but there's shitloads of fun around you. And it just makes me smile every single time. Moves you.
Is there any advice you can give to aspiring DJs out there?
Never give up. Don't stop. If somebody says something negative about you, take it as, okay, well, is a reason there for them to say that? Have a look. If there is, sort it out. Simple as, keep learning your trade, never stop learning. I had to put everything on hold for almost like 15 years while I took care of my business and my family, and put away, as you were, like things that it was a distraction at the time, but then started back up again. Don't give up, just don't give in, just believe in yourself and just keep going.
So obviously we're in lockdown at the moment, so we've got no events or anything happening. What have you been doing with your time at the weekends during lockdown?
Family time, watching films, making my wife laugh, making my daughter making me laugh, and my son playing games, chilling out. Try to teach the boy to kick a football because he got a high school this year, and I try to get him off the screen time as much as possible because it's not always good. I don't like to see him doing that as much. Other than that, I've been doing some live streams for food bank and charity, which has been absolutely awesome. I think we've raised about 28,000 now. The guys are doing that, which is just brilliant for the food banks. I've done some live streams for the key workers, and just a couple just for myself, just to, like, you know, give somebody some nice music, a nice view, and just chill out. And also as well, decorating our business and getting it ready for when we reopen, and hopefully soon. Try to be positive and do positive things.
The little chat I had with Simon Rose earlier in the week. He's a cool guy, and he's done this exclusive guest mix for just us. We've had a few more people join us since I last hosted. We've got a Zoe in the room. Hello Zoe, how are you? We've got Frequency as well, tuned in. We've got a couple of guests, so hello to everyone listening tonight. Lockdown's getting pretty tedious at the moment. I know, it's getting tedious. It is tedious. Oh, we've got Nick Almond as well, listening this evening with Yo Zoe. So yeah, enjoy this nice little mix done by Simon Rose, Morecambe lad, sound guy. Listening to the sounds of Simon Rose on Below Ground on Laser FM Worldwide. He put this exclusive mix together just for us, and I must say I am enjoying it. Hello to everyone that's listening tonight, including Scott Beeson. I think he's listening on one of the apps. We've got DJ Realm in the room. Hello, DJ Realm. We've got Frequency. We've got Kendis. Stu.0. Matt Gruber. Gailey. Toxic T. And Drum 55, Zoe, and we've got a Nick Almond listening as well, and we've got Sly Rose, the creator of this, the master, who is entertaining you this evening. Amy Johnson as well, big shout out to you. She's been working hard during lockdown, girl deserves a medal. Hello as well to everyone else listening that might be logged in as a guest or listening on any of the other apps. I'm here until 8 o'clock and then I'll be handing over to DJ Realm, who is apparently going to take you from the summer 88 vibes and just go through the years. Sounds interesting? Stay locked on, do not go anywhere. Oh, I've just seen Mel is in with us. Hey Mel! Hope you've had a lovely week, although it's been another week of lockdown. It's okay. You can chill with us for the next few hours to get the frustration of isolation out of the way for a bit. Tracy, who's just dropped in on us. Hello, T-Bird. Howdy. Macrober is loving the vibes. They are ace. It is a good mix. It's flawless, I must say. I've enjoyed this one. I enjoy them all. I've never had a bad mix sent to me. We have the cream of the crop here on Below Ground. The cream of the crop. We've got Sparky D, we've got DJ Realm, and Frequency, and Mel, or Melissa. We've got a few guests logged in. We've got Candace, we've got Tracy, Amy Johnson, Tribal Nick, and our DJ of the evening, Sly Rose, Simon Rose. We've got Stu.0 and Matt Karuba, Gailey, and Toxic T, Tony, Jump 55, the one and only D-Man, Shippo, Yozo Zoe, and Nick Almond. It's been a pleasant Friday evening. This has been a really nice, eclectic sort of vibe. We went well with the Dasha Rush vibe, actually, I think. Really. I've been feeling it. And everyone else is loving it. So, nice one to you, Simon Rose. I'm pretty sure there is a Scott Beeson listening. I didn't mention him before because I've got my list here and just remembered he did say he was locked on. So Scott, dude, I hope you're doing okay.
Don't turn your back. Don't turn your back.
Sending a lot of love your way.
Don't turn your back. Don't turn your back. Don't turn your back.
You are listening to the sounds of Simon Rose, who's put together this nice eclectic little mix for us tonight. It is nearly coming to the last 15 minutes of the show. It goes so quick, so quick. But it has been a great mix, so thank you once again. Sly Rose.
Laser FM Worldwide, bringing you the best in old school, jungle, hardcore, drum and bass, and electronic. www.laserfmworldwide.com. We are coming to the end of Below Ground on this fine Friday evening. This track is from a guy called Loki, South London. He sent it me today off the cuff. It just appeared in my inbox. I said, I'll have a listen and I'll see what I think. And I think it's pretty good. So hey. Lives in Rotherhithe in South London. I can't remember his history. I've known him for a very long time, but I think he did a few things down Devonish way. Portsmouth, I think. I don't know my facts. But it's a good tune. Kindly gave it to me this afternoon, so why not bang it on?
I've had a gentle reminder from Uncle T, Toxic Tony. He was Plymouth. Loki was from, not from, but where he was for a long time doing music at college. He's a great producer, great DJ, and I might even see if he'll do a guest mix for us at some point. That track was called Triber from Loki. Right now though, we've got a bit of an Under Black Helmet. This is Jagged. We're coming into the last 10 minutes of the show, but do not go anywhere because we have DJ Realm taking over with Friday Night Madness until 11 o'clock, playing you vibes from the 88 summertime through the years, which I think is pretty damn interesting. I did have a message from Heather saying she might be tuned in. So Smurf, if you're listening, I hope you've had a nice time. And I hope isolation hasn't been too painful for you and everyone else, to be fair. played you Bᴇʟᴜ with 993. This track coming in is from Neil Andreas called Eclosion. I've not been very good with track IDs tonight, to be honest. Naughty. But yeah, this is going to be the last track from me that's coming in now for this evening. Had a good time. I really enjoyed our guest mix this week because it was nice and eclectic and it just had a nice vibe to it.
Where I don't think about you. I didn't appreciate you putting me on blast on that last record, by the way. But I've forgiven you. Anyway, I'm not calling to have you put me on the guest list for tonight, but I was wondering if I could ride with you. I have to get my hair and nails did, so please tell the limo driver to wait for me.
At the club. Stuck one more on. DJ Realm is just preparing himself for his show. So he just stuck another little tune on there. Bit of Green Velvet and Patrick Topping with Voicemail. Oh yeah. So this is the last track. This one. Oh yeah. Thank you so much to everyone who's tuned in tonight. I love you all. I love you all equally. I will be back next week at 6 o'clock, but I may be unable to do any midweek isolation shows as my hours on my other radio station are changing as of next week. So I'll be working in the afternoons.
Hallelujah. The Lord wants you to pick me up on the way to the party. It's not all about you, boo.
Yeah, so I'll be working afternoons as of next week on radio, so I won't be able to do the isolation shows, which I'm so sorry about. But lockdown might be lifted next week. Not massively, hugely, but enough for us to be able to go out and do a few things, this and that, you know. Anyway, thanks guys, I've had a top night. I will catch you all next week.
Meet me at the club.
Yo, Velvet, what's up? This your boy Tyrone. Man, I'm so sorry about what happened back in the day. But you know, it was that Californication stuff, man. But anyway, I started singing. I want you to sign me to $1 million contract. Check it out. What do you desire? Love or material things? I can take you higher than you ever been.
Meet me at the club.
Laser FM Worldwide, bringing you the best in old school, jungle, hardcore, drum and bass, and electronic. www.laserfmworldwide.com